Sisters and brothers, good evening. My name is Sister Yan, author of The Melanin Diet, available on Amazon. I am taking time to launch my very first YouTube video on many, many important things. So, right now I am coming to you live from the Valley of the Sun. And I want you to know that this is the Melanin Report 360. The Melanin Report 360. So this is the first report of many on this one topic. A lot of people are focusing in on current events, etc. So melanin is absolute. It remains constant, and it never changes. It never flows into another reality. It's everything. Melanin is everything on this planet. So I just wanted to stay focused on one topic, and that is the topic of melanin. So if you have melanin, there's a certain amount of energy that you will naturally have. Most importantly, people usually reference sports. That's an easy one. And then the mind is more specific to melanin, the ability of melanin firing in the synapses throughout the brain pattern. So we tend to move quick, our thoughts are quick, and everything is pronounced. Everything is absolute, absolute. So I am gifted. We are gifted having melanin. We came here with the understanding of how much beauty, how much joy we will have when we have melanin. But the flip side, folks who do not have melanin, that's where the problem will begin. And we'll get into that a little bit later on. I just want to go over some bullet points, if you will, on the launching of my very first YouTube video. So I want to discuss the one drop theory. We're going to discuss that. Diet, exercise, blood types, etc. Blood types are very, very important, and we're going to explore that in great detail in the weeks and months and perhaps years to come. So the behaviors of people with melanin is at one angle, and then on the opposite angle, people who do not possess melanin. You know, George Floyd, that would be the result of, I don't want to say the human. I'm trying to be polite. So that was a despicable act of subhuman. I'll use that word, subhuman. So that was an example of what you can do without the presence of melanin. Kill someone in such a horrific manner. I just want to make that crystal clear. When you have melanin, you have less likely chance to do horrific things. I'm not saying that black on black crime definitely exists, unfortunately. But with that said, that's not our true nature. Our true nature is a little bit lost in this society. And so we find ourselves grasping at straws because we do not have a clear understanding of the gift of melanin, the joy of melanin, and the peace that melanin brings. So we will explore all of these topics and subjects. Discussed, we already went over exercise, blood types, etc., the one drop theory, and also the importance of the sun. So where I live in the Valley of the Sun, it is, I'm going to say, out of 365 days, we experience the sun about 320 days, 15 days. So the sun is very important, and I picked this area. This ancestors picked this area for me because I wanted to demonstrate the purpose of living in this part of the U.S. And the gifts and the joy that comes with living in a region that has a lot of sun. That's very important for our people. So also the use of the word melanin or melanated versus the word black. So black is, if you look in the dictionary, it has so many negative meanings, and et cetera, et cetera. So I'm proposing the ability to say, let's put black on the shelf, if you will, and start to describe ourselves as melanated. Melanated is a much more powerful word, and that would be more succinct with our power and our ability as we go forward on this planet. And that's one thing, when I looked up the word black many, 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 many years ago, under the teachings of the late Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, I was the ISIS papers, obviously, I'm referring to. But this is how it begins. This is how it continues and it perpetuates in our society of having a clear understanding of when we arrive here in this incarnation, the word black, and it's on every application, it's on everything you go in this whole society. And so there is a mark, if you will, I don't want to be dramatic, but a target, if you will, because when you select that, that is devaluing the power of melanin. So I'd like us to consider using the word melanated, because that is a much more powerful word than black. We know we're black, but the words are powerful. Words are very powerful. And so if we can replace the word black to melanated, it just has a beautiful ring, just saying melanated. That would we would turn the page in many ways. So with that said, I would like to discuss a little bit more of not only the use of the word melanated, but also our ability to self-heal. We have healing capacity. We don't need to necessarily go to fill in the blank, a doctor. I'm not making a blanket statement, but we have in our DNA, RNA, we have the ability, because we're melanated, to self-heal. And we'll explore that a little bit further as we go on in our discussions. The ability to self-heal. The laws of melanin. There are laws. there are laws on in this society. There is really not too many laws, unless it's punitive or that kind of thing. But the laws, they're spiritual laws, they're emotional laws, there's melanated laws. So there's certain things as a melanated being, you may pause to do X or to do Y, and we'll discuss all of that in the weeks and months and perhaps years to come. So the laws of melanin, proper nutrition for melanated beings. We can't eat the way other people eat. We can't salivate when we see a fast food commercial. I'll just keep it, simple. Fast food commercial. We don't even see water commercials. We don't even see the beauty in drinking water. Children are, 3 and 4 and 5 years old. They're asking for soda. You know, that's what they are becoming accustomed to. And we know the purest body is the melanated body. And so we have to be very, very selective. You can't just give us anything and, expect good results, So we have to now retrain our babies and ourselves alike of getting more nutrition balance. And I'm not saying extremes. I'm not saying extremes. I am saying a balance like, if you're vegan, vegetarian, or what have you, that works for you. We have certain systems that we can align with eating a certain way, and vegan, vegetarian is one way. But if you're a meat eater, 10% of your diet should be meat, if that's what you choose, or if it is being shown to you to do that in that way, to eat meat. 10%. In this society, the commercials or what have you, everything is densely, heavily meat driven. Everything is meat. And so with that, it's out of balance. We have to come back to balance. That's the key. We have to return to a sense of balance, because this society, COVID, all of this is showing out of balance. And we'll discuss COVID in a few weeks, because it's really, I don't know what to say, but it's really disheartening to know that our people, our melanated people, are being told that we are at a higher risk. So we're going to discuss that, because I don't know about that. The numbers are the numbers. We don't know if the numbers are factual, but we can explore any and all possibilities. Any and all possibilities should be on the table, but you have to, think and feel and know the exceptionalism of melanin. So to say that we, the strongest DNA on the planet, I said that, we're more susceptible to COVID, that's a hard pill for me to swallow. So we'll explore that a little bit more in the weeks to come. So let's see, proper nutrition for melanated beings, we have to address that, and a whole lot more. This is an ongoing mission. I've had a lot of requests to do these videos from my my folks that have been supporting me over the years. And they said, Deanne, you need to have some presence on YouTube or Facebook, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm kind of like holding on tight, like, I don't want to go there. But at this time, the time is perfect for me to take this on. I'm challenging myself and I'm challenging you to not believe, they say, the hype. Don't believe everything that you are being told. That's another, hoodwink kind of thing. So we owe it to our ancestors to study, to bear witness, to look into other avenues and realities because we are far reaching. We can be in, well, I'm not going to go too deep, but I was going to say we can be in two different places at the same time, but that's maybe a little bit much for this first video, so I don't want to scare anyone. But yes, I do believe that we have powers beyond measure, and we're just scratching the surface. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface. The only thing that we're told, oh, we're athletic, we are gifted in, those areas and this and that. But the brain, the mind, the spirit, the essence of who we are, that is what I'm going to discuss exclusively. I'm not going to be so much concerned about the top 40 topics of in the society. COVID is one, obviously. I will discuss that. COVID is one. But mainstream, I'm going to steer a little bit away from that because our issues are paramount. We have things that we can remedy right now. And if you stay tuned to my channel here, I'm probably going to come on at least once, perhaps twice a day at this time because the urgency is here. We're being told a lot of things, good, bad, or indifferent. Wherever you are on the scale of reason, we have to call into question the ability to reason, to ponder, to assess, and we can come up with an answer or solution or whatever the case may be. But with that said, this is going to be my short video, typically 20, 30, up 30, 45 minutes to an hour, give or take. So definitely 5 days a week. I was born on Sunday, so I try to start all of my new projects on a Sunday because I feel the energy is behind me when I was born on Sunday, that day of the week. And we'll explore some of these things that we can use. If you were born on a Wednesday, that may be the best day to start things for you. Because even though we are, in the world of melanin, we're a family, but we still have specifics that we can fine tune and address what's going on with ourselves personally, even though the family at large is going to be addressed. So we really need to do some numerology. I'm a big proponent of numerology. Things that have been told to us was sacrilegious, blah, blah, blah. We had so many things that we had to look over our shoulders. Oh my goodness, I don't want to offend anyone. But we have to kind of get rid of some of these things in order to come more into an alignment and find our inner peace and our outward peace. And we will definitely change the trajectory of reality when we do that. And so I'm doing my part to commit to 5 days a week. And private clients, they will be able to contact me, etc. And I will post again tomorrow. I'm gonna try my very best, 5 days, consecutive days, so Sunday through Thursday. Taking private clients anytime around my schedule. Sorry for the background. Um, but yeah, I just want to make myself and my work available to those who have an ear and an eye and can align themselves in some way with what I am saying and I will be sharing with you. So have a wonderful, powerful, restful sleep. I know it's 12 o'clock on the East Coast, so I kind of went live a little later than I anticipated. But I just follow spirit. We're spiritual beings, so we need to just go with that kind of flow. And I think in closing, I will say for the ending of this talk, I believe COVID is allowing us to move in a different way, if you will, because of the changes in our society. If you are in the States, this society is changing, multiple societies are changing. I mean, the planet is changing. So 2020, we're seeing clearly, we have seen clearly um, through clear eyes what is available to us as melanated people. And we see clearly 2020 the potential, the absolute potential. So I'm encouraged. I'm very encouraged, and I believe you should be too. And I really want to say peace, love, and joy to each person who kind of, comes across this video, because I didn't announce it on Instagram or Facebook or, I mean, I have the regimentation, I'm not so much of, but I try to go with the flow. But I know there's certain parameters I probably need to have in my toolbox, as it were. So stay tuned for more. Again, this is a very brief video, and I look forward to coming back to you tomorrow. And this is the 6th of December 2020. We're seeing clearly. So 300 and almost the year is like winding down. My goodness. So we have like 3 weeks left to the year, or 4 weeks left, something like that. So this is over 300 days of seeing clearly, definitely seeing clearly. So again, this is Sister Deanne coming to you from the Valley of the Sun. Be well, stay blessed, and I look forward to seeing you soon. One love.